Welcome to Gulf Shores State Park, right on the Gulf in Alabama. I am going to explore this state park. I am not going to do a full campground tour of this one. There's plenty of videos out there on this state park, but I'm going to give you a northerner's perspective a little bit here. This place is packed right now in February. It is quite chilly. It's going to get down to freezing tonight. So there's going to be a lot of winterizing going on here, I think. We got here last night about 6:30 and it was dark already. And it was nice out. It was actually quite pleasant out at that point in the 60s. And there was nobody. I mean, the campground's full, but we didn't see a soul. We wandered around for a while, didn't see anybody out. Nobody in the bathrooms, nobody in anywhere walking out, nobody walking their dogs, nothing. Everybody was hibernating in their vehicles. And I don't know why, because it's just going to get colder the next couple days, so. People seem to come here and stay. There are quite a few, shelters that people put up, as in like sheds to store stuff here. So they must have some sort of seasonal option that I didn't see available for long-term stays here, because people seem to stay a long time. Try to hop the shuttle, hopefully it's running, and see what else is in this park. But first, while I'm waiting for the shuttle, let me show you what's at the heart of the campground here in sort of a central little village. We've got laundry, camp store over there, boat ramp for the lake. There's a lake and then another body of land and then the Gulf. Over there, nature center, learning center, pool over there. That was open last night. Nobody in it, of course, because the water, I don't think they really pushed for heating the water. 2 tennis courts and 2 tennis courts that are now 6 pickleball courts. And since I'm here in February, the campground's packed, and I don't think there's any kids here. I haven't seen a sign of kids at all. Just not the right season, but the place is full. Now this is going to give you a sense of campground size. My campsite's over here. I'm over here right now, and that was a walkable distance to this center here. But they just go forever that way and forever off that way, and that's just the campground section. Now on the bigger map, that's what the campground is. But there are trails throughout, and the shuttle is going to take me over to this part of the park, which is way away from the campground. I believe the shuttle's coming, so I guess I'm ready to go explore some other parts of the park now. I hopped the shuttle. I told him there was no bikes available at the rent there. He's like, oh, you can just pick one up at the lodge. So he brought me over to the lodge. I got to download an app to rent a bike, and they have a little locking mechanism here that the app unlocks for you. So it's free. That's kind of fun. So my first trip, and I can drop it off back here at the lodge. By the way, this is the lodge. This is all part of the state park. Meeting rooms as well. So it's quite a complex, and this is right on the beach. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind. You can see the Gulf is right on the other side of this building. But I'm going to take a lap around the lake. First, there's this wonderful bridge that takes you, pedestrian bridge, over the main highway and over to the big lake. So I'm going to take a lap around that and show you what's over there. Picnic area, dog park, boat launch, and playground here. I don't believe that's a beach. Well, here's something I know nothing about. Crabbing. It's a thing here. Now I'm on the north side of the lake, the non-windy side, and I heard there was bald eagle nesting sites here, and they must be regular because they have built a platform. They have viewing binoculars for a nest straight up over there. I don't see anybody home right now. This is a closed area beyond here because they are protected, of course. And I'm going to see if I can see anything through here. Nobody home at the moment. Now, as you can see behind me, a lot of the trails are paved. If they're not paved, they're boardwalks. There are these beautiful boardwalks going all over the place. This is really nice trail system. Definitely work it. If you have a bike you can travel with, bring it down here. One of the options for staying here is they have cabins. These wonderful little cabins along the north side of Lake Shelby. Obviously there must be a premium and non-premium because these are on the water, and the couple over there are not. They're on the outside of the loop, and there's 21 of them here right now. So there's an option for staying here if you don't want to camp. Well, the 21 cottages I just pointed out are the Lakeside cottages. I wanted to stop and point out the fact that there is another bike rental spot here, or pickup spot for free bike rentals in the middle of the village, and then there's another set of cabins over there called the Eagle Cottages. So let's go see if that's any different than these. There is also a tram stop over here, so if I wanted to, I could just stop riding here, drop my bike, and catch the next tram coming through. These cabins on the Eagle side look a little larger, and rather than numbers, they have names. That was Palmetto, Sycamore, Monarch. So you can pick your cabin by name. And they also have Wi-Fi, apparently. There is Wi-Fi throughout the park. And then down at the Yellowhammer cabin at the end, some history of some old residences that were down along this lake. Now, staying on stilts isn't your thing. There's also the Woodside cabins. Kind of nice. You're not up high, you can just walk right in. And they have little fire pits and picnic tables on the outside too, with those wonderful Adirondack chairs to hang out on. Alright, after an hour of riding, I'm at the Woodside restaurant. And let me tell you, we're nowhere near the water here. But that's fine. I'm going to get a bite to eat. Well, it was a lovely little meal of a half sandwich and soup. Continue on my journey here. Woodside restaurant, definitely worth the stop sometime in there. Now, they do have live music. I think it was on the weekends or Friday, Saturday. I can't remember. From like 1 to 5. Not in the evenings. At least here in the off season. Maybe different during the regular season, during the more summery time of year. So, I'm going to ride to basically the other end of the park and see what I find. By the way, the wayfinding here is very good. These great little signs everywhere you find an intersection telling you how far it is from anywhere, from where you are to anything out there. So you can make your plans from there. It's kind of nice. So I'm going to work my way now from down the Gulf Oak Ridge to the Cross Park Trail. And then we'll see. This park is a land of many changing environments. I'm now in the Mossy Oak section. It's kind of fun. Twisty, windy trail through here. And then a sudden right turn. Above the trees. I can see the condos on the beach. I turned the corner and this is my new environment. Lots of ecosystems in this park. Okay, I just came in from the far east end of the campground. This whole stretch, if you like a pull through, that's what all of these sites are. Pull through with your picnic table and grill on the outside, and power and hookups on the left. And it just goes for a while. think I'm at 460. It gives you a sense of how big this campground is. Now we're out of the pull-through section, but I tell you, all of these sites are easy back in. No challenge to get in and out at any of these sites. When you're looking down like this, it seems like there's a lot of rigs and they're close together. When you look off to the side, you've got plenty of space between you and your neighbor. There's just no cover between you and your neighbor, but at least there's nothing right on top of you. Middle Lake overlook hiding down that behind there. Another loop over there. There are just campsites everywhere. Alright, I'm stopping back in my rig for a wardrobe change because when I set off this morning it was cold. Still not warm, but I'm winter dressed and I don't need to be quite that far. By this evening, it's going to be in the 30s overnight. All the sites are full hookups. You know, dump, water, and electric. I just needed electric. I just wanted to make sure I could run my space heater in there, which I will be using tonight. Did not need it last night. But on the other side of these woods are some special sites that I wanted to see if they would work for me. I'm glad I didn't choose them, but any other time of year, those would be perfect for me. So let's take a look at those. All right, while my body cools down a little bit, I'll probably have to rebundle again a little bit before I head down to the Gulf. But I want to show you the primitive sites here. Nestled among the 500 or so full hookup sites, there's a series of primitive sites. This is primitive site 1 or 501. Now I could comfortably park down there. It looks fairly flat. That'd be perfect for our vehicle. Picnic table, and these have fire rings. They do not have fire rings in the other section. 2 here, see the parking pad, working just fine. Now these do not even have electric though, and that's what I would be missing. 3. This one's actually wide enough so you could have a small little pop-up camper and a vehicle next to it without any problem. This one's interesting. Oh, yeah. 405 is all of that. You could have a lot of fun with that one. I don't quite, that's like 2 sites in one. That's a bonus site. Camp host is across from there. 5, a little longer, but you know where the coat is hanging, that's supposed to end. Room for tents and things behind. These are really meant as tent sites, but Class Bs that are self-sufficient, pop-ups, things like that would work just fine in here. And that's a good 35 feet long, 40 feet maybe. Site 7 or 507, however you want to look at it. Another nice big site. And then site 8. That's all of them. So for those of you like me who are thinking, would these have worked for me? I probably could have worked it if my timing had been perfect, but tonight it's just going to be a little too cold and I need power. I mean, yes, I could probably use a Mr. Buddy or something like that to heat, but I'd rather not. I'd rather have electric heat, and the site I have gives me that. And yes, we paid a little extra. It's vacation with the wife. If you're wondering where she is, she's off with a friend visiting some yarn shops today. But look at the size of that site, just so much room. Now you'll notice all along the back of this primitive campground, you have this fence. That's to keep the alligators out. There may be alligators over there. Now to figure out how to dress for the rest of the day. I'm really kind of at a loss of what layers I should put on, but make a guess heading down to the water, so I think windbreak is more important. Now there are certain sites at this campground, state park, that are considered premium sites. What makes them premium? Well, the ones on the left are premium, the ones on the right are not. In this case, the ones on the left are along the canal, and the ones on the right are not. So there's a premium rate on the left side. Now this is an excellent example of the system, the trail system they have here and the effort they put into it. I'm over marshland on the south side of Middle Lake here. The campground's on the other side of that. And they got this wonderful boardwalk. Birds everywhere going by. Goes down and then it'll go up, cross over and get me over to the beach. And I believe there's a place I can park the bike over there, check it in, and catch the shuttle back. That's my hope. Okay, bike all checked in. Just came over the bridge. I am at, I don't know what this building is. Doesn't look open. Interpretive Center. Reserved for private event. Well, there you go. Not going to go explore that. But, look. The Gulf. Let's go explore. Most of these make sense. One just seems to stand out to me. Watermelons are not allowed at the beach. Huh. So I'm looking offshore and there's this flock of birds and I realize they're pelicans and there must be a school of fish because they are just dive bombing one after the other after the other. Just boom, boom, boom. Well, that took almost an hour of waiting for that shuttle to come back. That was a long wait, and the weather started to move in, and it was at least not very pleasant wait along the beach there on a cold, misty day. Well, I'm back at the Nature Center. I want to show you a couple things they have here. They have some live birds, not just, stuffed birds inside. There's a screech owl hiding in the little cage or little box over there. And there's a couple more down in the basement here. Hi, buddy. Red-tailed hawk here. And over here we have willow, great horned owl. Don't know if you can see him at all through the grate here. Blinking at me. And there's Sherlock's barred owl's way in the back there. You'll never see him. While I'm here, might as well show you the swimming pool that's probably empty right now. At least you'll have a sense of what it's like. And I believe that's a splash pad over there. Seems like the most popular building here, though, is the laundry, because a lot of people here for a long time, and that laundry center over there seems to be getting a lot of love. Well, I think that's going to do it for my fairly short tour of Gulf State Park. This place is an amazing facility. What kind of stay do you want? You want to stay in the lodge, which is, hotel-like? Do you want to stay in the cabin on the beach on the lake or in the woods, or do you want one of these many RV sites that this place has? Full hookups for everybody. There is way off on the end of the park. I think there is some backpack sites too. I'm not really sure. I didn't get that far out. They're off the bike trail, so I guess you could bike there too. So they're really remote and primitive, as opposed to the primitive sites in the middle of the campground that just don't have water and electric. I feel a little cheated, so I'm hoping to see a gator. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I saw so far a armadillo, something I'm not used to seeing, and lots of birds, because, you know, snowbirds. That's what's going on here, and everybody around here is a snowbird. And there are plenty of folks from Wisconsin here, I'll tell you that. That seems to be anywhere from up north. They're covered here. Well, as I watch some new neighbors moving in from Minnesota across the way here, I just got out of the shower. Showers here are hot. There are shower buildings all over this campground. There are 3 that are about equal distance to us here. There's one over there, there's one over there, there's one across over there. I wasn't sure if those poultry spots way in the end had a building or not. And the thing about the shower buildings and the bathrooms there, nobody else is using them because everybody has their own facilities with full hookups here. So they're pretty darn clean. I wouldn't mind cleaning those places because no one seems to use them. Well, that's my look at Gulf State Park. Once again, my name is Peter and this is Scotty Wandering. If you're new here, please, and you've got something out of this, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. Get on out there and watch out for alligators. I haven't found one yet, but they're supposed to be here somewhere.